The best example, which I didn't use tonight, but which we can use, is that Hank Paulson, who was Secretary of the US Treasury at the time of the GFC, has now come out and said quite explicitly he thinks the risk of a climate-induced or government response to climate-induced financial crisis is far greater than was the GFC and far more urgent than was the GFC. So you look at those sort of statements by people who are in the game, you know, trying to decide, do I save this institution or do I let this one go, or how do we handle the global fallout in credit markets and so on. And he's particularly worried now that the risks that are being run are very severe. So I think any individual superannuant fund member should be after their director or trustee to say, okay, what risks are you running? Tell me about it. Tell me how you're managing it. At the very least, that's what they've got to do.
But if we're talking about something as significant as a GFC, this isn't just going to be about people who are invested in large funds and who have significant savings. There's huge spillover in that situation.
The second round consequences, that the immediate financial impacts are pretty clear, I think, if it happens. That the second round consequences in terms of global recession and dramatic increases in unemployment and so on, as we've seen in the GFC. I mean, the most staggering thing to most economists, dare I say it being an economist, but after 6 years since the GFC, we haven't made anywhere near the recovery globally that was expected, particularly when you've had near zero interest rates, a fair bit of fiscal stimulus, several bouts of quantitative easing in key countries. It's staggering that we haven't had the recovery. With a bit of a recovery in the US, still quite fragile. UK's doing okay. Europe is teetering on the brink of recession. Japan's not too flash. China's slowing. The risks in the world are very significant. And we're running a climate risk on top of that. I mean, I think somebody's got to stop and say, well, just analyse the significance of that coincidence of events.
Dr. Hewson, thanks very much.
Thank you.